Ladies and gentlemen, this is the WVON Morning Show. Man, Charles, in the news, man, you know, that cartoon just will not die. Charles, people getting in trouble for that cartoon.
Man, you know what? You know, man, I had somebody like impugn my integrity.
Impugn your integrity?
My integrity, because I said the cartoon to me was not racist and that we should be focused on some other things that are racist that are happening every day in Illinois. But I'll get to that in a minute. But this one guy, I got access to an internal communication from a reporter to his editor that he missent. And so it ended up in some other places.
Ooh, I hate when you hit the wrong button.
Oh, yeah, but anyway.
Reply all?
But so a guy, so I saw it because somebody sent it to me because they got it by mistake. I said, man, look at this, what this guy is saying about you. He was saying that I basically said the cartoon was not racist because I, Charles Thomas, was on the payroll of the Illinois Policy Institute or one of its affiliates. Now, when one reporter says another reporter is taking money to write or say what he says, that's a nuclear attack.
You talk about that creed. Is that in that creed stuff you be talking about?
Creed, man. So like I emailed the guy because I saw his email there on the deal, and I said, man, what's up? And
Charles, you stepped to him like, man, what's up?
Not only that, if he had been in front of me, I would have stolen him in his face.
Whoa!
I'm serious, man. You can't say that about a reporter that you taking money. Man, the only people that give me money to do what I do is Melody Span Cooper.
And we need her to give us some more.
Sure do. Because I get gas and donut money from Melody. And Melody, I need some of my money, by the way. You know,
we need that bag.
I can't believe it, that this guy would actually do that. So I called him up, man. We had this shouting spell. He eventually apologized.
Hey, man.
But the damage is done because this is what they're saying to each other about what you and I are doing. Because they have intimated or suggested that you were on a Republican payroll.
Charles,
Can
you know what? That? Charles, yesterday I actually opened up the Capitol Facts after we got off the air, and there was the implication that I was on the payroll of Governor Rauner because I can't speak free.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you what's going on, yo. And also yesterday when I got off the air, one of my close associates called me and told me, he said, man, well, you know, the new spin is you and Charles, y'all just on the payroll and y'all just trying to get paid from everybody. And so, you know, now what they are saying is, you know, the Illinois Policy Institute is paying you. And so then what they do is they activate this whole machine. So then you go in and you see the little insider publication and they impugn your name and try and imply that you're doing something. Man. And Charles, Can I make a statement?
Make a statement.
Let me make a statement. Like I have to ask. Like I'm an asker.
And I'm gonna make one after you make one. Go ahead.
So Charles, a message to all the white liberals who are tuning in right now. Let me help you understand that there are black people in the world who can read, count, and have eyeballs. Mm-hmm. We can see that the math is not adding up for us. And so we're going to talk about it. Yes, you can make yourself feel good by saying, oh, I voted for Barack and you donated. But the fact of the matter is, black people can see, think, and rationalize on our own. We can pick and choose. Go ahead, Charles.
What gets me are the white reporters and politicians and black politicians who are trying to tell us what offends us, what's racist. They like this Mary Ann Ahern at Channel 5. She went for 5 days talking about this cartoon, doing stories every day, asking every public official she could find.
Why she ask no black people?
Didn't ask no black people, but asking the black politicians she would ask. But she would ask all these people and talk about what offends us. Has she ever done a story for 5 consecutive days about the lack of black contracts? Has she ever done a story for 5 days running about the black unemployment rate, which is the highest in the nation here in Illinois?
We're going to talk about that today, too.
Has she ever done those stories? Has she ever done stories about black people that we care about? about the lack of black building trades workers for 5 consecutive days, gone to these sites. No, she picks out this cartoon to say, this is what offends us. I suggest to you, we are offended by a lot of stuff in this area, and it's not cartoons. In fact, Rahm Emanuel jumps in talking about, this is a racist cartoon.
Ooh, I got something. You know what?
Man,
you know what Rahm Emanuel needs to do? Because I was reading all these quotes. He needs to take a page out his own book and STFU. That's what he needs to do. We gotta go to break. Let's go. Hurry up before I get in trouble.
He has got a certifiably racist police department. Certified by the United States Department of Justice. He ain't talking about that. He's talking about a cartoon.
You know, we're going to talk about that and more when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is WVON Morning Show. It's 6:18. We'll be back.
More of the morning show.
Woo! Hey, y'all, get ready. I think we going nuclear today. I think somebody got their finger on the button, and I think we finna take this ship off. Get ready. It's on and popping. Y'all want, look. Everybody's listening right now, and I know you're watching too. Stay tuned. We're going to make your ears ring today. Charles, I'm going to let you go ahead because I got to... Charles! You got the camera.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said. My wife just said, she's my sugar mama, not Melody. Now, but Melody, you do give me a little piece of money. But, hey, that's right, baby. You are my sugar mama all the way, absolutely. But it surely is not the Republicans or the Illinois Policy Institute. They ain't giving me no money. Their bag is shut tight. I get no money from them. And, quite frankly, I don't agree with everything they do. I agree with some of it, some of what they say, but that's what we got to get. We got to start picking and choosing who we deal with, and we got to hear all the voices, and we got to make the best possible deal we possibly can. But, hey, I'm glad we were able to vent a little bit this morning, and that's what it's all about. But I mean, when they start impugning your integrity and start saying that you taking money from somebody and they don't have any proof of that, I can't believe that people in my own profession would do that, would say that about me. I mean, I worked out there alongside them for, 25 years here in Chicago. I've been in the industry 45 years. I'm a classically trained University of Missouri, the top journalism school in the country. That's where I studied. They can't put their credential up against mine. And this guy that was suggesting that I was taking money, I mean, come on, man. Your credential doesn't even come up to half mine in terms of your education, your experience, and where you've been and worked in this world. It just doesn't. And for them to suggest that they're saying that among themselves about me because I work here now, and I depart from the usual liberal democratic orthodoxy, if you will. Yeah, I'm a commentator now. Yeah, I do. And I don't talk like the machine politicians do. Too bad. I still think the issue is not some cartoon. The issue is counting heads when you go to one of these construction sites. The issue is looking at all those contracts that we don't have any of. And the big issue is that unemployment rate, Illinois, #1 in black unemployment in America. That's the issue, Marianne. That's the issue.
You talking to Marianne?
I'm talking to all of them, and they know I am. But if they want to talk about black issues, go talk about black issues.
With black people.
With black people. To ask us what's important. It ain't no cartoon. Cartoons? First of all, a cartoon wasn't racist. Secondly, it ain't what we're talking about here.
Can I just suggest this, though? I get offended at the concept that black people cannot have integrity. That when we start to speak up on the issues that impact our community, that we got to be a hustler. Let me just tell you all. We're going to keep pushing this envelope because obviously, Charles, I think people listening, man.
They are listening.
I think they listening. I think they watching. I think they be having sneak watch sessions. There is a conspiracy afoot, brothers and sisters. And we cannot be bamboozled. Huh?
26 seconds.
Okay, cool. I'll let you know I'm going to come back, and then I'll have you bring it in.
Next.
Uh-oh, there go Charles.
That's my cut. That's my cut. Just bring me my money.
I want to do everything I can.
Just bring me my money.
I want to be a personal manager, baby. I want to do everything I can for you.
The Illinois Policy Institute sent a statement from ABC 7's former political reporter Charles Thomas. He's now on WVON radio. Thomas, who is black, calls the controversy a bamboozle. He says it is an insult to the black community that a handful of politicians are trying to rile us up over a cartoon when they have done nothing to address the economic and educational injustices the state has perpetrated against us for years.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. That is former political reporter Charles Thomas. Now my co-pilot. Also, you know what I think, Charles Thomas? You might have went back to your days as an activist in the dark side.
Ooh, you know what's the dark side?
Yeah, well, you went back to the dark side
That
days.
was 50-some years ago, man. That was my first publication.
Charles, I'm going to tell you that there is an awakening occurring in the black community. And let me just let me just dispel the other narrative. Charles, I want every black person to vote. So I also want to let y'all know that the other conspiracy thing is that we're being paid by the Rauner Republican Party cabal to discourage black people from voting. Charles, I will tell you
Can
that
you say the S part of BS on radio? No, you can't.
No.
You got a bull crap.
Right.
Come on, man. We're trying to get more black people to vote as possible. You know that?
They're trying to sell the we are trying to suppress the vote. So let me tell you, we're not trying to suppress the vote. As a matter of fact, we want all the black people to vote, but we want you to vote smart. See, they tell you go vote, but they don't tell you vote smart, because when you walk in, you just gonna hit a button. But you don't ask, hey, is this the judge that was with John Burns that did? Right. You don't ask, hey, is this a racist property? You just go in and you vote. Well, Charles, I'm not with that anymore. I am with voting for the qualified best candidate. Man, if you're a chemist and an environmentalist and you work at Water Rec.
Okay, now, just stop campaigning.
Shameless plug.
But check it out. Check this out, though. But you know what we need to do, Mace?
What?
We need to get my brother Mark Wallace in here.
For the 10 by 10 by 10?
Absolutely. And let him talk in the morning. I know it's going to wake him up a little bit early, but I want him to come in here and talk about 10 by 10 by 10, because that could be the basis of forming the new political party that we need to form in order to really get things done and to hold people accountable.
All right, Charles, let me go to the live line real quick. We got Johnny on the live line. Johnny, you're on the Talk Chicago 1690. What's up, my man?
What's going on, Lions?
All right.
You guys are going to need remote start for sure now.
Why do we need remote start, Johnny?
You got 5 people fired, at least.
I
wonder what I read.
What we got to do with that, man? What we got to do with that?
Just like that, Puerto stepped in some stuff, the governor stepped in dog stuff with that cartoon.
Hey, so did you think the cartoon was racist, or do you think the response was racist?
I think the response was incredibly stupid. Why would he put that on himself? As a white male, I can't lie, that just didn't work.
Hey,
Calm down.
Hey, man, look. This was a prime example of how fake news can dominate public policy and change public policy. This whole cartoon business was fake, or is fake news. It is. This isn't important. This isn't what we worry about, we're concerned about.
Can I tell you something real quick? On the governor's response that I think it shows an incredible lack of... I think that the people from the governor's team was probably listening to our show trying to interpret what we say instead of talking to someone black to help them formulate their response. Hey, but that is again a product of not having black people working in powerful positions, or having them but not taking care of them.
Basically said the cartoon was not racist because I, Charles Thomas, was on the payroll of the Illinois Policy Institute or one of its affiliates. Now, when one reporter says another reporter is taking money to write or say what he says, that's a nuclear attack.
You talk about that creed. Is that in that creed stuff you be talking about? Creed,
man. So like I emailed the guy because I saw his email there on the deal, and I said, man, what's up? And
Charles, you stepped to him like, man, what's up?
This is what they're saying to each other about what you and I are doing, it because they have intimated or suggested that you were on a Republican payroll.
Charles,
Can you
know
believe
what?
that?
Charles, yesterday I actually opened up the Capitol Facts after we got off the air, and there was the implication that I was on the payroll of Governor Rauner because I can't speak free.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you what's going on, yo. And also yesterday when I got off the air, one of my
things that are racist that are happening every day in Illinois. But I'll get to that in a minute. But this one guy, I got access to an internal communication from a reporter to his editor that he missent. And so it ended up in some other places.
Ooh, I hate when you hit the wrong button.
Oh, yeah, but anyway.
Reply all?
But so a guy, so I saw it because somebody sent it to me because they got it by mistake. I said, man, look at this, what this guy is saying about you. He was saying that if he had been in front of me, I would have stolen him in his face.
Whoa!
I'm serious, man. You can't say that about a reporter that you taking money. Man, the only people that give me money to do what I do is Melody Span Cooper.
And we need her to give us some more.
Sure do. Because I get gas and donut money from Melody. And Melody, I need some of my money, by the way.
We need that bag.
I can't believe it, that this guy would actually do that. So I called him up, man. We had this shouting spell. He eventually apologized.
Hey, man.
The damage is done because...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the WVON Morning Show. Man, Charles, in the news, man, that cartoon just will not die. Charles, people getting in trouble for that cartoon.
Man, you know what? Man, I had somebody impugn my integrity.
Impugn your integrity?
My integrity, because I said the cartoon to me was not racist and that we should be focused on some other